Dear all, Autism Learning Materials Supermarket is an autism community project implemented by NBAI, AI for Autism, Job for Autism, and Mr. Duong Lam to provide authentic and updated 24/7 documents thanks to artificial intelligence for parents with children with autism and related disorders, specialized teachers, inclusive teachers, and therapists. Today, we would like to introduce video number 101, AI in Autism Care, a new hybrid approach.
Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're talking about something really groundbreaking. It's a new way of thinking about autism diagnosis and care, one that could totally reshape how support gets to millions of families. And it's all about combining human experts with, you guessed it, artificial intelligence. Let's dive in and see how this new hybrid approach might just change everything.
Okay, let's kick things off with a number. A huge number, actually, that really sets the stage for the whole challenge we're up against. We're talking about a global shortage of about 1 million pediatric psychology specialists. Now, that isn't just a statistic, right? That number represents a massive, massive bottleneck, a real roadblock for kids getting the timely care they desperately need.
So you can imagine what that shortage does, right? It creates these enormous delays, these huge barriers for families, and it's happening at a time when early intervention is absolutely critical. But what if technology could step in? What if it could help close that gap? That's really the big question we're going to dig into today.
All right, so before we can really appreciate the solution, we've got to understand just how big the problem is. For so many families out there, the path to getting a diagnosis, to getting support, well, it's an incredibly tough road. The system we have right now, it's stretched thin, really to its breaking point.
So what does this actually mean for a family on the ground? Well, it means facing some pretty incredible hurdles. I mean, think about it. You could be waiting for months just to get a diagnosis. Then there's the fact that there just aren't enough trained specialists to go around. In some developing parts of the world, access to care drops to as low as 20, maybe 30%. And on top of all that, you've got the high costs and the pure logistical nightmare of traveling for in-person appointments. It's a system that's just struggling to keep up.
And this slide, wow, this really spells it out, doesn't it? The old way versus the new way. On one hand, you've got the old approach. It's all manual, it's slow, and honestly, the results can be all over the place. But then, you look at the new way. This is powered by technology. It's automated. It's fast, like really fast, and it's way more reliable. You know, this isn't just a little upgrade, it's a complete shift in how we think about this. So the big question is, how do we actually get there? How do we make that new way a reality? Well, the answer is this really cool concept, and it's not about replacing humans. It's about empowering them. It's all about something called hybrid teams.
And look, this is not some far-off science fiction concept. What you're seeing here is a real dashboard from an application that's already being developed in Vietnam. It shows exactly how this works in practice. The AI is crunching clinical data, suggesting the probability of a diagnosis, and even recommending personalized treatment options. It's basically like a super-powered assistant for the clinician, letting them make faster, better-informed decisions.
Okay, so what exactly is a hybrid team? Let's break it down. The best way to think about it is like a collaborative council. You've got your human experts, we're talking doctors, psychologists, even parents are part of this, and they're working side by side with a team of specialized AI agents. And here's the kicker. This team works 24/7, around the clock, to make care faster and easier to get for everybody. It's a true partnership.
All right, so let's dig into how these councils are actually built. It's time to meet your new AI teammates.
Okay, so each AI agent on this team has a very specific job to do. Think of them as specialists. You've got the intake agent, and its job is to gather all that initial patient history and flag any red flags. Then there's the scribe agent, which is a huge time saver. It transcribes telehealth sessions so clinicians don't have to. You even have a care plan generator that can draft up an initial 12-week plan. And how cool is this? A parent-coach bot that explains those plans in simple, everyday language. And maybe one of the most crucial members is the Risk Sentinel, which is on duty 24/7, constantly scanning messages for any keywords that might signal a crisis.
And this system, which also comes from that Vietnamese model, really illustrates the workflow. It's simple, but it's incredibly powerful. It's basically a continuous loop that just keeps going. It starts with data collection. Then that data moves into analysis. From there, the system comes up with recommendations, and finally, it generates a report for the human experts to review.
This whole cycle is what powers the entire hybrid model.
Now, one of the most revolutionary things about this whole model is how it works without needing constant physical meetings. It's built around an asynchronous workflow. That's a fancy way of saying the team can work together effectively without having to be in the same room or even working at the same time.
So let's walk through the process. It's all about speed and flexibility. First, you get the consent and profile set up. Then, the standardized screening gets done in like 48 to 72 hours. After that, the hybrid council reviews everything, again, asynchronously, within 72 hours. A 12-week care plan is created, and then it's all about continuous monitoring and making adjustments. So what's the bottom line here? The entire process of diagnosis and planning, which used to take months, can now be squeezed down to just a few weeks. It's a huge difference.
Okay, so this all sounds amazing, right? The potential is just incredible. But like with any powerful new technology, we absolutely have to talk about the future impact and the ethics. We need to put some critical safeguards in place. It's all about finding that balance.
And the vision here, it's huge. It's truly global. Imagine a future where every single child has access to the care they need. We're talking 100% accessibility and 24/7 support, no matter where they live or what their family's income is. You know, this isn't just a pie-in-the-sky dream. It's a potential roadmap for a much more equitable future in healthcare.
And the numbers, the potential improvements are just transformative. Just look at this chart. That first bar, that's a potential 40% reduction in cost. The one in the middle, the really tall one, that's a staggering 70% increase in access for communities that have been underserved for so long. And the bar on the right shows a 10 to 20% jump in diagnostic accuracy. I mean, these are absolute game changers.
But, and this is a really big but, we have to remember that technology is only a tool, a very powerful one for sure, but still just a tool. And how we decide to build it and use it, that matters more than anything else.
So, to make sure this tool is used responsibly, we need some serious ethical guardrails. And these aren't just suggestions, they are absolutely fundamental. First and foremost, human oversight. The AI can make recommendations, sure, but a human clinician always makes the final decision, no exceptions. Next up, data privacy has to be rock solid, fully compliant with regulations. Then there's AI bias. The models have to be trained on really diverse data so they're not biased against certain groups. And maybe the most important rule of all, this technology is here to assist and augment human care, never ever to fully replace it. And that really leaves us with one final, and I think really vital question to think about. This technology, it offers a real path to solving a global crisis. It gives so much hope to millions of families. But as we bring AI deeper and deeper into our healthcare, into our lives, the real challenge for all of us is going to be this. How do we make sure that this powerful new partner always serves our humanity?
Autism Learning Materials Supermarket would like to thank parents, teachers, and interventionists. Please disseminate to relevant people in the autism community so that more and more people can access this authentic and scientific learning resource. To raise awareness in the community, please subscribe to watch the next videos. For any questions, please contact the email below.